Anthony Hartwig here with a Salem basketball player profile. I'm joined by Riley Hutton. Riley, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, you have been nicknamed the Flash on YSN because of your speed. So I guess the first question, and we'll get you with an easy one right off the bat. What is the key to your speed? I mean, are there any tricks to the trade? Are there any warm-ups that you do? What are the tricks to the speed that you're able to pull off?
Um, I mean, there's not really any tricks to it. I think it's mainly just like genetics and everything. I don't got any fancy stretches. I kind of just run.
Playing it close to the vest there. If there
Yes.
are any secrets, she's not giving them out for her opponents. That's for sure. This season, now that we get to basketball, we get to a little bit more serious. But this season, before the season started, we all heard it. I'm sure you guys heard it. Salem's not going to be what they were last year. You know, they lost too much. What has been the major key this year into proving all those people wrong and to being as good, if not better, than you were last year?
um, we knew we like whenever we had scrimmages and everything, we knew we had to prove ourselves there, and we like really did that. We started like playing together, and people were like, "Wow, they're actually like not that bad this year," and so that really like showed us a preview of what like the season was going to be like.
Obviously, one of the big reasons people were saying that stuff is because of the great senior class you guys lost from last year. Even though they're not there anymore, they're not playing with you guys. How much
Yeah,
have you felt kind of the legacy of them and the footprints of them and how they taught everyone how to be a leader here on the team this year?
yeah, they really led us to our success this year because they showed us how to be great leaders last year, and we kind of all just like watched them be the great leaders they were and like take notes, and now we can really apply them to this year, and I think they're a huge part of our success so far, even if they're not here.
We go back into the summer where I'm sure you knew that you were going to be asked to be a more of a leader this year. You were going to be asked for more leadership responsibilities.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind when you were preparing for that and trying to be a better leader and trying to step up for your team?
Yeah. Of course I was like nervous and everything, but I really knew I had to step up this year because like you said, five seniors graduated, so there was a lot of shoes to fill and I knew I had to be one of them. So I stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit. I started like speaking up more and communicating with my team, trying to like be a leader, and I'm still trying to do it, and next year I have to do it too. So yeah.
Were there any conversations that the coaching staff had with you, like to gear you up to be a leader, to kind of instill confidence in you or anything like that?
Yeah, they knew that I had to step up a little bit this year because last year I was a little bit shy and they wanted me to show my voice a little bit more this year. And so I trusted them, and that's kind of what I've been doing. So,
Like you said, you're gonna have to do it next year too. A lot of people with the way that you've been playing of late think you're a senior, but you're not. You got one
yeah.
more year, next year as well.
Hmm.
What has it been like kind of getting into that role this year and realizing that every step you take this year and every confidence boost you have this year can be carried over into a new season next year as well?
Yeah. I'm really grateful for like the opportunity to step up this year because it's just going to help me even more next year. It's not going to be new to me next year, and I'm going to be better at it next year. So that's really good because it is my senior year next year. So I'm really excited to like take everything I've learned from the past 4 years of trying to like be a leader and really just put it all together.
Junior year is that bridge from the happy-go-lucky youth of high school to the senior leadership.
Yeah.
What has it felt like kind of growing as a person this year as a junior and starting to think about the future a little bit and starting to think about the things after high school?
Yeah, it kind of really all hit me this year. Like, cause like sophomore year, it's like you still got 2 more years and everything, and like a junior, you see all the seniors. How was that was them last year, and it was just like kind of crazy to think that like, wow, like next year's actually my senior year, and I have to start thinking about like what I would do after college and like if I want to play sports after college and everything. So it's all kind of crazy, but it's exciting at the same time.
All right, so you do have some great senior leaders though on this team that come back from their junior year last year. What have they meant to this team, and how much have they helped you improve as your leader?
Yeah, all of them are great leaders and they all set really great examples. Each one of them bring like a different type of leadership to the team, which is really important. So it helps like everything just like kind of come together and they all help in different aspects. So I think that's really special about them and it's really helped me learn some tips from them.
Go into that a little bit more. What senior brings what leadership aspect? Like who's the most vocal? Who's the most hardworking? The stuff like that. Which ones bring which qualities?
Abby's definitely the vocal leader of the team. She's really good at like giving great instructions and like helping the team out. And Cami, she doesn't talk as much, but she shows like great examples on out on the court of how to be the leader, and she really has good advice for everyone. And Zoe is the hype man. She always hypes everybody up, and she always is just super sweet and nice to everyone, and gives a great leadership of how to be a good teammate.
You know, how cool has it been to kind of watch what Abby's gone through, not being 100% last year because of the knee and being healthy this year and really just stepping up and showing everyone what a healthy Abby Davidson looks like.
Yeah, it's been really nice to have her back from her knee injury because I know she struggled with that a lot last year. So I think it really just kind of put her into the person she is today and the basketball player she is today. And if anything, it just really helped her, and it's good to see her without her brace on.
When you see a teammate go through adversity like that and get to the other end, whatever adversity you're facing, it doesn't have to be an injury. Does that help you kind of get through, whether it be a mental block or whatever adversity you're facing that day? Does looking at teammates like that really help you get through it?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely helps like inspire like me and other people that like even if there is adversity you can like get through it, and it's not always like the end, so to get past that block. So yeah.
A lot of people are looking up to this team. You have a lot of youth at Salem that want to be a Quaker now when they grow up because of the way that you guys have been playing, especially the last 2 seasons. What's that mean to you, knowing that you are a role model? Like you guys are role models to players that are trying to come up into the Salem program.
It's crazy. It really like to look at all like the little kids that support us and like look up to us. It really just wants to make us like the best that we can be, and like just try to be great role models, and they really help a lot, and it's just really cool just seeing all the little kids that wear t-shirts with our names on it and come to the games and sit in the student sections and cheer us on. It's really inspiring and helps all of us like to play better and show them how to play basketball.
Has anyone asked for your autograph yet?
Not yet,
Not yet.
but
It'll
yeah.
happen. Wait, just wait. It'll happen. But when you're playing and you're going through that, how much is it in the back of your head, the role model and the fact that people are looking at you for an example?
Yeah, sometimes like during a game I'll look over and I just see like all the little kids like cheering, and like before a game sometimes they'll be like, "Can you please throw your shirt to me?" It's really just like heartwarming, and like just wants you to it like wants to make you like play better when you're out there. You're like to do it for them. So it's really helpful.
All right, beginning of the game, you're looking in the stands, you're scanning the crowd. Who's the first face you're looking for? Like, who do you want to see before you start a game?
Definitely my dad or my papa. I always look to them and just see, and they'll give me like looks, and I'll just like nod back at them always.
Are they really easy to find too?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
dad always sits at the top with his video camera. So,
Always making highlights for you and always helping you in your game. Talk about that dynamic, what it's been like to have him by your side and have him kind of help you along with this journey.
honestly, I would not be like where I am today if it wasn't for him. Like ever since I was little, he has pushed me like every step of the way. He was my coach growing up. He's the best thing about him is that he just really believes in me cuz sometimes I struggle with confidence, so he's like always there just to like make me more confident. He definitely has, and he just does everything for me. He films every game for me, and we can go over some like highlights together and like tell me what I can work on or what I did really good. So he definitely has shaped me into the player I am today, and I'm very thankful for him.
On days when your confidence isn't the best, what are some things that get you through it and get you to have those confidence boosts?
If I like, even if I don't have a great game, my dad is always there to like point out the little things that I did good that I like didn't notice in the game because I was just so wrapped up on all the things like that I could have done better. He's always there to really point out like you did this and you did this, and then I'm really like, well, yeah, I guess I did do that. So that helps my confidence a lot.
We have to talk about the Marlington game because it was probably the biggest win of your season. Marlington had your number for the last couple of years. It was time to go down and beat the Dukes. What did that feel like to kind of finally get that monkey off this team's chest and to be able to say that you can compete and beat that team?
Yeah, it was a great feeling. Like going into it, like all of us just had like a different mindset. I feel like that we didn't have before. I really felt like this time that we were just gonna beat them because we all had like that strong mindset going into it, and we're just like tired of losing to them for like 3 years in a row now. That was the first time I beat them since I was a freshman, so it was so great to finally just beat them.
And then with the win last night over West Branch, you guys are now EBC champions. You have a piece of that net.
Yeah.
When you hear that, you've been hearing it all day. What does that make you feel like?
It's a great feeling, especially like when we had to beat West Branch to be EBC champions. It's like a double, double win for us. So that was really special to us, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy, and we didn't go in there cocky or anything. And I think that's really what helped us come out with the win.
We are close to tournament time. You guys went to the regional finals last year. Now that you're getting closer and closer, how hungry is this team to try to get back to where they were last year and take that next step into Dayton?
Yeah. With last year going to regionals, it really just like wants us. It makes us like push harder to get there now because we see where we were before, and it just makes us want to go even farther this time. So I think it really just pushes us a lot to be better even than going to regionals last year.
With the way last year ended, has it ever been hard this year to keep in the moment and not think about tournament and not look ahead and not think about how far you can go this year?
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to like not think about the big picture, but our coach has been really good at making us take each game at a time, focus on each game, not think ahead. We have to get through district semis first, then districts. We can't really look ahead because then that's just gonna mess us up on the moment and winning those games. So
You do have one of the most respected coaching staffs in the area. Talk about what it's been like to be under them and how much they've taught you about the sport.
it's been so great to have them as coaches because they don't only like seem like coaches, but they seem like a family to us. And each of them bring like something different to the table. Like Coach Dreger is always there with a bright smile, like cheering all of us on, bringing positive energy. And Coach Hamilton is like a coach I've never seen before. She's not only coaches us about basketball, but she coaches us about life a lot. And she's taught all of us a lot of life lessons and really important things in life. And she's really just an inspiring person to look up to. And Coach Bailey, he's the best ever. He wraps my ankle every single game. So shout out to him for doing that. And he's really good with all the technical stuff and the technical aspects of the game, and we all just really appreciate him really much.
All right, so I want to take back to a moment this season where you found out that your coach was pregnant, and that was a team moment. Like you guys got to experience that with her. What was that like? I want to know what that was like because you said family, and that's a big family moment. A lot of coaches might just have that with their immediate family. She had it with the team. What was
Yeah.
that like for you guys?
It just was really special for us that like she announced it to us like we were her family. So it literally just brought tears in all of our eyes, and we all started crying. And we were just so happy for her, and it was just like crazy to think of. And we were all just very appreciative that in that moment of like what we have as a team together, like what other teams don't have that we do.
How many of you guys have thrown out names suggestions during the course of the season?
We actually have thrown out a lot of funny name suggestions, but yeah.
What's been your favorite name suggestion so far out of the roster?
Hmm. Honestly, I don't remember. There was just one at practice a couple days ago that we were talking about that gave all of us a laugh, but I don't remember what we said.
When you look at, we talked earlier, you're starting to think about the future a little bit, starting to think about what you're going to have after high school.
Yeah.
You got any inkling about what kind of career you want to get into or what kind of things you want to major in college, or is it still kind of in the back of your head?
I think there's like a few things I'm swinging from. I don't know if I want to go into radiology because I'm interested in that type of stuff, or if I want to be a teacher because I like family time when I grow up. But I'm still kind of undecided what I really want to do.
When you think about that kind of stuff, what is the one thing that makes you the most nervous about like the next step of life, living on your own in college and getting away from home and things like that?
Yeah, it's just the thing that scares me the most is just like change. It's gonna be a huge change for me and challenges. So that's definitely the most scary part about it, but at the same time it's exciting. So I'm excited for it.
All right, Riley, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system and all the people that have kind of been there for you throughout your career.
Yeah, I definitely want to thank my papa and my dad the most because my papa, he's always just been there for me. He's sitting in the front every game. He can't move that good anymore, but he still manages to make it to every single game. And even when he's in like the hospital, he asks the nurses to bring up the game for him so he can watch it. And he calls me after like every game and just tells me how he's so proud of me. So he definitely really pushes me in basketball. And definitely my dad, from what I said before, and my mom, she's a huge part of it. She always helps me get ready for the games and it's always just there for me. And definitely all my coaches because they all push me and inspire me to be the basketball player I am. And obviously my teammates because they're always just there for me and they make playing the game fun. So,
All right, Riley, we thank you so much for your time today, coming on with us and talking to us about this program and about your experience. We wish you the best of luck the rest of this year, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
and thanks for having me.